So we've actually got some exciting Battlefront news today in 2024. You didn't think that was gonna happen, did you? Well, it's not Battlefront 3, of course, we know that's not happening, but you're probably aware that a lot of classic Star Wars games have been re-released in the recent years on the Switch and the other modern consoles, as well as sometimes PC. And we've all been asking, what about Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2? Couldn't we be getting those too? And well, it seems like we are, and they're really doing a great job with this, it seems like, because today during the Nintendo Direct they announced that the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection is coming on March 14th. And it's gonna be released on both the Switch, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, X, Xbox One and PC for $35. And this is exciting for many reasons, because it's not just the standard version of the game either, because as you probably know, on PC the game has been available since, I guess, forever. I've been playing it on and off a couple of times a year, but there has been one thing missing, which is all the extra DLC content that was initially only released on the Xbox. So this is the kind of stuff that will be included in the Battlefront Classic Collection. In Battlefront 1 you will be getting the Jabba's Palace map. This one is actually available right now on the PC version, so that's not really something new. However, for Star Wars Battlefront 2 you're getting bonus maps such as Bespin Cloud City, Renvar Harbor, Renvar Citadel and Yavin 4 Arena, all of which were Battlefront 1 maps that were added to Battlefront 2. On top of that, you also get Asajj Ventress and Kit Fisto. And this is honestly quite exciting, because this was only available through an Xbox Live patch back in the day. So even though I actually grew up playing this on the Xbox, I never had Xbox Live, meaning that I never played these maps, at least not in Battlefront 2, because obviously those maps are from Battlefront 1. But most importantly, I never played those heroes either, because they're not available right now on the PC version. I think you can probably mod it, of course, but the standard PC version through Steam or the EA app does not have these maps and do not have these heroes. And if you grew up playing it on the PlayStation, you never experienced it, and if you grew up playing it on the Xbox and didn't have Xbox Live, like myself, you also didn't experience it, which makes me excited that I actually get to experience something that, at least for me, is new to the original games that I grew up with. They will also be having 64-player online support, which is fantastic. This has obviously been available on PC already, but now you can play it on basically all platforms. I don't think it's gonna be cross-platform, but I think it will be cross-gen. That's something I noticed in the PlayStation article, at least, that you will be able to play through PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, but unfortunately I don't think, at least, that all the platforms will be able to play together, even though that would have been really nice. The only thing that I'm worried about, or worried is not the right word, but I'm a bit confused on, is for all of us who already own Battlefront 1 and 2, both on Steam and in the EA app, do we still have to purchase the Battlefront Classic Collection just to get these bonus maps? I mean, I'm kind of happy to do that, but it's still $35 just for a couple of extra maps that I could probably get with mods. Maybe they will actually update the versions that are already out on Steam and EA. I have no idea, and in that case, we probably don't have to buy them. As I'm also not really sure if this classic collection will basically be that you buy the two games for one price, or if they will actually be merged into like one launcher. I don't think so, as they're quite different tech-wise. So I think it's gonna be like, for instance, you can buy the KOTOR bundle on the Switch where you get KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2. I think that's most likely gonna be the case for the Battlefront Classic Collection 2, meaning that they will hopefully just update the versions for those of us who already purchased them. Otherwise, I guess I'm just gonna have to cough up that money, because I want to try out the content that I missed out on for sure, and I might actually end up getting it on like Switch or something, just to change things up so I could play it on the go as well. And it's actually another really awesome thing, which I think is also completely new, that they have expanded Hero Assault to now work on all ground maps, including Death Star, Kashyyyk, Kamino and Naboo. Because as far as I remember, you could only play it on Mos Eisley before, and I actually hopped on to play a little bit now, and I could only launch it on Mos Eisley. Like always, I'm sure there's been a mod or something that allows it to be played on all platforms, but I'm just talking about the default version now. So to now have a little bit more variety, because I remember asking for this as a kid, like, why can I only play Hero Assault on one map when there's a bunch of other awesome maps that I want to play it on? So all in all, fantastic news, as this is going to be available on all platforms. Everyone can play online, everyone can experience the bonus content, and we get to experience stuff like Hero Assault on new maps, which we didn't get to do as kids. And you can expect that I will definitely be streaming this once it drops on March 14th, and I'd love to set up a server that as many of us as possible can join. I'm also a little bit curious if they're gonna do some balancing, because you might remember that there's this unlimited force choke glitch, which is like really easy to do. All you gotta do is basically start choking someone and then swap to your secondary force ability, and you will be choking them forever, or until someone hits you, obviously. But in a one-on-one, there's basically nothing you can do to counter it. I remember the few times I did play split screen, it was such an abused thing that you kind of had to like have a gentleman's agreement. Okay, don't use the force choke glitch. But if that's not gonna be fixed, well, people will abuse that in multiplayer, that is for sure. Anyways, I would really love to hear in the comments below, what are your favorite memories from these two games, and is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to jumping into if you get your hands on this collection? And also, did you guys actually play as Kit Fisto or Asajj Ventress? Because I'm assuming it's a pretty small part of the entire play base that played on the Xbox and had the Xbox Live. Or maybe it was just me who were a bit poor and couldn't afford the Xbox Live. Because I always remember seeing those pamphlets promoting Xbox Live thinking, oh, I wish I had that. Anyways, now I can experience it, which is gonna be really nice. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.